Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly shadow work. We're going to start with our conversations with our inner self. We're going to see what kind of issues we might need to address. What are some triggers that my collective needs to work through? Let's address the problems. If these resonate for you, you can either have a conversation with your inner self, you can journal about them, you can sit and feel the feelings, whatever works for you. Keep in mind these are collective readings. Take what fits, leave the rest. What do we need to know? What kind of triggers are triggering this week? What do we need to know? Your inner teen. Who were your favorite teachers and why? Insecurities. What are your biggest insecurities? Inner teen. In your teenage years, what did you not receive and how has this impacted you? Parents. What was your relationship to your parental guardians like during your teen years? Closest friends. Who were your closest friends growing up? And anxiety. How do you cope with anxiety? All right, so let's see how we find the balance. How do we integrate? What do we need to know? How do we deal with the triggers? First one popped out, says 5 lives to live. If you had 5 imaginary lives to live, what would you do and be like in each one of them? What else do we need to know? There we go. Compliments. What are people always complimenting you on? Embodiment. How can understanding your full self empower you? Integration. What does the process of integrating your shadow self look like for you? Your deathbed. Imagine you are on your deathbed, and while laying in bed, your parents walk in. What are the last things that you say to them? And change. What are 5 ways that you have changed in the past 10 years? Are these mainly positive or negative? So that's conversations with our inner self. So hopefully you guys got those ones. Now we're going to pull some actual shadow work and let's see what we've got going on. I like to start with our shadow self. Let's see what's hidden. What do we need to bring to the surface? What are some things that are coming for the next new moon, as well as starting eclipse season? I believe starts pretty soon at the end of the month or something crazy. So we've got a lot of stuff that's going to change. Let's see what's going on. What does my collective need to know for their shadow work this week? What's hidden? All right. So we start with the Knight of Serpents, or the Knight of Coins in this deck. So this is the shadow side. It would be equivalent to like a reversal in tarot. So needing to kind of make some plans for the future, and I feel like maybe some things have kind of gone awry, kind of put us in this doom and gloom mentality. And Spirit told me to bring these 2 stones over here. So interesting, because I feel like we're going to need courage to dream in order to keep going forward. I feel like our dreams have been dashed recently, and so that's put us in this doom and gloom mentality. I feel like some things are really just not going our way, right? Relationships aren't going well. Finances, however, are starting to improve. So it's like some of this stuff isn't so great, but something is finally starting to get a little bit better. So we like to see that. All right, lots of frustrations around work and money, it looks like. I feel like we need to keep going on our dreams and our goals. We can't give up on those things or we're never going to see the positive payload, right? So we also need to let go of the past. It looks like somebody's finally trying to sever ties once and for all and let go and quit dredging up the past. I feel like Spirit's showing me a plunger, right? Why do we keep bringing up dead shit? Why do we keep bringing up things from the past? Why do we keep bringing up things that we cannot change? We have to release these things. Bad business decisions could also be affecting us, and I feel like a lot of stuck, stagnant energy. So something's got to give, right? I feel like you could be dealing with somebody who's emotionally very closed off or very cold, somebody who doesn't want to show their true emotions, or they are showing you exactly how they really feel. If somebody has kind of changed up on you recently, where maybe they were very loving and affectionate, and then all of a sudden it's very sharp-tongued and very analytical and very cold, ask yourself what has changed. Have you done something to this person to warrant this change? Are they going through something you know nothing about? I feel like they're extremely burnt out and exhausted. Maybe they've got a lot on their shoulders right now and they just aren't feeling themselves, especially in this energy. I definitely see that. I do think they're kind of waiting for a new offer to come in. However, I feel like they aren't ready for commitment, and neither is this person. The Knight of Wands is flighty energy. Although I feel like this person is kind of evolving and changing and growing, going through the spiritual growth, the ascension, the dark night of the soul. But I feel like they're really not listening to source energy. So let's see if we can find out why. What do we need to know for the resolution to these issues? What's going on in our shadow self? All right. So there will be some sort of communication. I feel like very unexpected communication coming in. I feel like there may have been this, they're giving me the words cooling off period. I feel like a period of no contact, and I think that's going to change. This may be what restores the balance. You could be going through courts, contracts, legal issues, could be going through a divorce. We have the sun as well in the shadow side, and we have it in the light side. So this is a lot of happiness. The sun is typically seen as the happiest card in the tarot deck. You may be getting some divine justice, and there might be some communication coming in to actually show you that. We also have that there is a lot of hard work needing to be done, so know that. Lots of sleepless nights, lots of worry, especially about finances, but those look like they're greatly improving. I do feel like there's some sort of either abundance that's coming in through like a lottery win, unexpected money, inheritance, things like that. And I also feel like this is the victory that you're karmically owed. We do have justice in this reading as well. So I feel like this is fate that's bringing these things in, and it's coming in quickly. Something changes in order to facilitate all of this. I feel like you let go of the conflict and chaos and you go towards your peace. I feel like that also brings you some sort of celebration. Maybe you're celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, going to parties, gatherings, things like that. Don't forget to take the time out and rest. There's definitely a need for that. And there's the Knight of Wands again. So I feel like he is changing to some degree. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, where he may have been the non-committal type. He may be seeing things a little bit differently. Is anything else hidden from us? Anything else that's hidden from us? Ooh, all right. So we are finally severing ties somewhere. We are finally letting go of the past. I feel like we've made a decision when it comes to a love relationship. We may be trying to walk away from one that isn't suited for us and really trying to go towards things that are better. I feel like we need to collaborate with others, but this may be a real struggle for some of us that we just don't want to, but judgment's being called. So we're going to have to kind of see what the divine wants us to do. When judgment's here, it's the only decision that can be reached under the current circumstances to like walk away, to sever ties, and to go in a new direction. So I feel like that's changing. Wow. And we have the Two of Cups. So telling us that union is possible with the right person, with a soulmate. Knight of Swords, someone's willing to take brave action, but they need to make a decision. I feel like somebody definitely needs to make a decision. This knight may have made a decision about this queen, the Queen of Cups, somebody who's very nurturing, loyal, empathetic. She's like a great mother figure, things like that. Yeah, and they might want marriage because the Hierophant's out here twice as well. There is an unexpected offer coming. I feel like this person's following their courage to dream as well. I feel like this Queen of Cups could be with somebody who's also very cold, very analytical, and that she doesn't wish to be in that energy any longer. So she's severing ties. Yeah, with the King and Queen of Swords here. All right, so we're coming into an abundance. It's going to cause a lot of changes, so expect that. Trust your intuition always, because there is a new love coming in. Have the courage to dream this week.